I forgot what I was doing. That I was like, oh my god, I hope Eric's watched the movie. And I was like, have you watched College Road Trip yet? And you're like, whoops. It's like, welcome back to Ever Disney Movie Ever. My name is Jess and I'm watching Ever Disney Movie Ever. Today we have Eric. He's back in the flesh every year. And we're going to be talking about College Road Trip. College Road Trip is a 2008 theatrical release about a man named James, who's a dad, having to come to terms with the fact that his daughter's growing up and going to college. It is directed by Roger Kumble, cinematography by Theo Sande, editing by Roger Bondelli. Music by Edward Shearmer, and it's written by Emmy Mochizuki, Carrie Lee Wilson, Cinco Paul, and Ken Daurio.
The film stars Martin Lawrence as James, Rave and Symone as Melanie, Kim Whitley as Michelle, and Eshaya Draper as Trey.
Raven appeared on a ton of talk shows to promote this movie, had a $25 million budget, made $51.5 million in the box office, which is really bad. And it has a 12% on Rotten Tomatoes. Consensus reads, filled with shrill gags and middling slapstick, it's woefully short on comic imagination. Brutal.
Yeah. You know, it reminded me a lot of the classic, similar type movies of that era. You're talking, I always thought of Daddy Daycare with Eddie Murphy. I thought of Cheaper by the Dozen with Steve Martin. In that vein, but those movies were funnier to me. But it really fits that style of the early through mid 2000s type of, you know, family comedy that they were going for.
For me, the only thing that stood out editing-wise was the scene where they do the juxtaposing edit, where it's her at the party and dad at home, and she's
that
like,
was interesting.
He doesn't understand me, and he's like, how to be a perfect parent.
Right. And
I thought editing that side by side in that juxtaposition was fun, and it was like a nice little like, ooh, embellish moment. Why we needed a musical moment for Raven is a little, unclear to me. It's a good song. She kills Double Dutch Bus or whatever it's called, but it's so, I'm mad at myself for not seeing it coming sooner.
Right.
When he was like, you don't even remember our song, I was like, why did I not see an entire musical number for Raven coming until she literally got up on the bus and I went, it's like, oh no, how did I not see this coming? I'm an idiot. I was like, I didn't realize it.
Well, when you make most of your fame for Disney singing songs, you're probably going to get a song in order to draw the crowds in, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, she had That's So Raven, which she did sing in, but not really, and then she had Cheetah Girls, so. Definitely, I literally felt very much like we need a Raven singing moment, which is very much what it was. And it, like, I feel like right before that, or like right after that, is such a beautiful moment where they like actually like start talking and understand each other.
And that speaks to me to the fact that this movie seemed to lack a consistent vision. It seems like they were trying so many different things in order to fit it into and it just became a jumbled mess.
Yeah, it's a mess. I would agree, but my biggest thing, this is the most unhinged dad. Like, you want to talk about the line and then where he goes? Like, I know, like, the whole, like, overprotective dad, he doesn't want his daughter to go away to school. It's like a thing, right? Okay? I get it. Huh? Like, I think the entire, like, paid actors at Northwestern.
Right.
Like, I thought it was just the one guy, and then when he was like, oh, it's over, and every single person was an actor, I'm like, how did he get Northwestern to approve this? How is he on their campus?
And if you want to talk about how unhinged his mentality was, for me, the most out-of-pocket moment was when he's watching that documentary about the cheetah and the gazelles, and the narrator literally says, let's watch this cheetah tear the head off of this little gazelle, and I'm like, what? Isn't this supposed to be a kid's movie? Who does this? So that gives you an idea where the writing was in this movie.
Yeah.
It would be kids oriented, and all of a sudden they throw a thinly veiled rated R type joke in there from time to time, and it was pretty rough to watch.
And then the other thing, like the Northwestern thing, and then him sneaking into the sorority house and being under the bed. I I thought he was going to get caught. Like, I thought that's what it was going to be. Like, he was going to get caught in that moment. She's going to be like, you don't trust me to do anything. And that was going to be it. I did never in a million years thought he'd sleep under the bed and get arrested and that be the whole thing. Like, it's too far. Mm-hmm. Like, that's just so insane to me and gross. Like, if you don't, like, at that point, you're being a creep and you deserve to be arrested. And, like, you should have made your presence known and be like, sorry, I messed up. Like, I really did not mean to get all the way in here this way, but here I am. Like, you know, whatever. It's so stupid. Like, he's way too unhinged. Mm-hmm. The best moment in the movie is when they talk about, like, they actually talk after the Double Dutch bus moment. Because it's like, oh, finally. They're, like, actually talking, and he's not being, like, a freaking weirdo about her wanting to go to Georgetown.
I mean, that's the thing. There are genuinely touching moments in this movie, but they're so scattered and inconsistent that it's really hard to form a consistent narrative as to what they're trying to tell.
Right. And he remains, like, it takes him too long to learn, I think. Because, like, they have that moment, and he's like, oh, I actually got to talk to her, but then he immediately turns around, and that's when the sorority house thing happens. So it's like, oh my word, I can't deal with it. And then him being so bad that, like, even his mom can't be how she normally is in front of him. Right. Like, that's gross. Like, so controlling and everything like that. It's just, I don't like it.
And I really think they missed an opportunity with the background that they actually ended up showing with him, that he was in the army, and maybe that developed some of his tendencies. They really didn't explore that very much, aside from the mom having that throwaway line towards the end of the movie. I mean, you could have done a lot with that. Even if it was just showing, like, a, 3 to 5 minute scene, that could have helped paint a better picture of his character. But, totally. That goes to show where they were.
Yep, absolutely. Lucas Grabeel, he's in the High School Musical movies. Mm-hmm. He's in this. Hilarious. Insane. Was not expecting to see him in this. Donny Osmond?
I know, right?
Donny Osmond, and he sings with his daughter. So I was wondering if the daughter was supposed to be like some famous Broadway person, but I didn't look it up. But Donny Osmond, insane, and he was great.
Yeah, I thought he was fabulous. A very big surprise, and actually a pleasant one. He stole some scenes in that movie, as did the youngest child of the family. Yeah,
Eshaya definitely stole a lot of scenes. And then Will Sasso.
I was so thrilled to see him
in there. And then there was another guy. It was the guy, I think, that faked the broken leg or something, or he was one of the cops that was also a Mad TVer. Raven, in a lot of scenes, was acting for her life. Yes. I was like, Raven, you're trying to carry this dumb people of a movie. Good for you. She was really trying in a lot of scenes.
She was by far the best actor in the movie in terms of being able to convey emotions and whatnot, and it's really unfortunate
and believability as well.
Exactly.
Like, she definitely sold the realism of it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part?
Favorite part? Oh, yeah. I just mentioned the gazelle part. That one was probably my favorite just because of how absurd it was. But him getting tased after the whole absurdity and all that stuff. So, those are probably my two favorites. Plus the pig messing with him early in the movie. I always got a kick out of.
Yeah, I forgot about the pig.
Yeah, so, those little moments sort of made it tolerable enough to get through the movie, but other than that, nothing really stood out.
My favorite moment is when he finally tells her he trusts her. Because I'm like, oh, good. This is ridiculous. Least favorite part?
The rest.
When he sneaks into the sorority and the Northwestern scene, they're unforgivable. It's just so insane.
Probably the whole skydiving thing.
Yeah, that was also...
I mean...
I forgot about the skydiving thing. I, left it out of my brain.
For such a big budget, it was kind of, clumped together rather than... It felt like they could have gone so much further with the absurdity of what they were trying to do, whereas... When you watch them racing the golf carts towards the school, it's clear that they're not going full tilt like they could have. It feels like the cart's actually going slower than it potentially could, and there's so much more that could have happened along the way. It's just one of those things that felt like it was shortcutted way too much.
Also, so unnecessary. I don't know. It's just stupid. Yeah, I don't know.
Or hell, just have them skydive right on top of the school.
That's what that's what I thought they were gonna do.
Yeah,
and they had the whole go-kart sequence, and I was like, I thought they were gonna skydive, and they're gonna be at the school, and she's gonna walk in and be taking the stuff off and be like, I'm here for my interview. That would have been better.
Right.
Would you recommend this?
No.
Would you watch it again?
No.
I would also not recommend this, and I would not watch it again. Any specific moments? I wrote him getting tased. He deserved that.
Oh, he had that coming for a while.
Him getting tased. He deserved that. That's what I wrote.
And can we give a big win to the mom? Because I thought she was fantastic in this movie.
I'm like, how is she's married to this man?
This is what I'm saying.
Like, she's so tolerant, but also like, don't worry, honey, I'll take care of your dad. Like, you're going to Georgetown, 100%. Like, she's just so good. I feel like this is just a mess. It's a disaster. I feel like they were trying to go for like slapstick comedy, but didn't fully commit, and then they were trying to go for heart, and it's just all over the place. It could have been so much better. Also, they're only driving for like a certain part of it. It's not really a road trip.
Exactly.
So the movie is poorly named. I feel like so much other things happen, and it doesn't center around a road trip. I thought there was going to be a lot more like road tripping, and all their problems were going to happen on the road.
Yeah.
Like RV.
Like Rat Race, RV,
Sure.
Euro Trip, even.
Sure,
I mean, movies like
but
that.
Like,
Vacation.
He
you think about
literally
that.
loses his car early into the movie.
Yeah.
And then they're just all over the place.
I mean, you think about Ice Cube's similar type movie, Are We There Yet? When they were in the vehicle all the time.
I haven't seen that, but yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, even the title wasn't really quite a fit for this movie, so that should tell you where it was.
Just don't.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time.
Yeah.
The map. Also, I like that they were like from outside Chicago, and it was fun to see like Northwestern and stuff because same. But yeah, this is a mess. Don't bother. There are better movies. There are better movies with Martin Lawrence. There are better movies with Rave and Symone. Yay. And better movies with Kim Whitley.
Yes.
I don't know about Eshaya, but there should be better movies with Eshaya.
Better movies with Will Sasso.
Better movies with Will Sasso. Watch Mad TV. Okay, that's better than this.
Watch The Three Stooges. That was way more entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. What would you give it? Unless do you have anything else to say?
No, I think I've pretty much covered.
Wish you had the like hour and a half back.
Yes. I'm just trying to be honest.
Yeah. No, I like it. Okay. What would you rate it then? Out of 10?
4.
Oh, fair enough. What should we do for cars? Parachutes.
There you go.
4 parachutes out of 10. Okay, I gave it a 6 because a lot of the technical stuff was fine, like it was middle of the road. So, on average, it gets a 6 parachutes out of 10. Our total movie count is parent death, toll, and cry count are still the same. Follow Eric on Twitter. He does a bunch of sports writing. If you want to keep up with the movie I'm watching when, follow me on Instagram. Twitter, you'll find out the movie I'm watching when. I put up videos every Monday and Friday and sometimes Wednesday, but every day for the week of guests. We're 2 away from 700. Join Patreon for this month, and this month only. Every tier gets benefit from the tier above it, so you better go join, because that means that you join the Pluto tier, which is $1 for the whole month to get daily trivia. Daily trivia. So exciting. And access to merch and coupon codes and videos early and all that good stuff. Merch. Buy merch. There's new merch out right now, and there's probably a sale. I haven't decided, but there's probably a sale, so do it.
Isn't there always?
If you can't guess, whatever you flip an Easter egg is on there, I wouldn't be surprised because I deep dove. So good luck. Okay, until next time, comment, like, subscribe, but I'm not in charge of your life. You are, so do you, and don't be, honestly, James about it for like 98% of this movie. But then I don't think there's like a villain, really.
Well, I guess you could call him the villain.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't be him for like 98% of the movie, but learn your lesson like he did. Thanks for being here.
Sure.
That was fast.
Yeah.